Stay black in America. Don't leave, don't go anywhere. Greatest country in the world for a black man or a black woman. You can make all your dreams come true and you can become anything you want to become in this country. Today we're going to talk about George Washington and slavery. Wow. First president of the United States of America, owned almost 600 slaves. He owned 8,000 acres of land. He was general of the Continental Army. And believe it or not, the Continental Army had a little more than 5,000 black men. Some slaves, most free men, even free at that particular time. Isn't that kind of amazing? And so fought through the war. The forces were integrated back then. The Rhode Island force was kind of a part of the Army, which is so popular, was integrated with blacks way back then, way back during the Revolutionary War. Which is also amazing just to think about. Like, it's no new thing. It already happened before. And so you figure this war is over with, 7-year war. The United States gets its independence from Great Britain. Still slavery's going on now. So slavery has so many different moves. Slavery started in 1610 and officially ended, they say, in 1864, right? Lincoln signed the Emancipation Proclamation, whatever. But, it was 2 years long there. That's why they celebrated June 10th. In some parts of the United States, slaves didn't get their freedom 2 years after that. But we see, if you look at George Washington's history and life, he was a very crude, very militant owner of slaves, treated them harsh. They worked 7 days a week from sun up to sundown. They got off on Sunday. And since the plantation, when he was so huge, it might take people hours and hours just to get to their loved ones on that walk. So they only saw their loved ones once a week, and they mostly worked and lived and died. He had probably about 60 slaves escape during the time of his running the slavery place on his farm, his plantation, growing, agriculture and everything else. He said at his death he wanted his slaves to be freed. Died in 1799. I think Martha, his wife, did free his slaves in 1801. So you see right now an indication that even well before 1864, slaves were freed in 1801. A whole group of black people slaves, one multi-millions, but it was at least out of 600 some slaves, I think 400 or 500, maybe 325 were his, freed. And during the Continental War, the Continental Army during the war with Great Britain, they were free black people then. So you're talking about black people have been free all through the history of the United States. You thought that from 1610 probably into around 1770s, it's been basically free black people in the United States of America. So I say stay black in America. Why leave and go anywhere? You make all your dreams come true here. It seems like it's a category, an order in which you go things. You can earn your freedom here. Like in the military today, you can come here from another country and join the United States military and become a citizen, and you can write your own ticket, right? You can, you make it through that. You're a hired warrior. You make it through that thing without any major wars or death, and here you are living the American dream. Went from scratch to living the American dream. So slavery is, of course, is a horrible thing, and whoever gets involved in being a slave, it gets the hard end of it. But that life expectancy during that time in 1776 was around 35 years of age. George Washington lived to be 67. So he almost doubled the life expectancy during his time. His father, by the name of Augustine Washington, born in 1694 and died in 1743. So he was actually 11 years old when George Washington was 11 years old when his actual father passed away. His father, again, big plantation owner. He also was in the courts, managing things there. So at the same time that Great Britain had their foot on white folks here in America, white folks in America had their foot on slaves. So it was this general thing. Some slaves got freed earlier, some got freed late. And then the big thing when Lincoln did it, when he made it illegal in the whole United States, then you had the big Civil War. While more people were killing each other because people could extend their life expectancy by having slaves. The slaves will die and you'll live. They'll work the hard labor in the field. They'll go through sicknesses and pass away and gone. You'll buy some more, and you extend your life, and your life becomes more pleasant, and you have wealth. So slavery was a big deal in the South. That's when slavery ended. I mean, some people died in the Civil War. They wanted to keep that thing going, man. They knew that life is a rough thing to live. Modern technology has made life way more pleasant to live now in America and any other time history. People living to be 70, 80, and you got centurions walking around here. So it's just amazing when you look at the history of these things and the progress of America, and even about the first president, how he had slaves and was in the Continental Army with military guys, black people. So I don't think it was so matter of a point that some people hated black people. So I think that you looked at black people as a tool in which you can make money with, a tool in which you can treat any way you want to treat, because that's the law, and get away with it. So that's why I say a lot of 60 of them escaped out of this place during the period of time and went somewhere else. And those who did free after his death, you figure that's a long time. 1801 is a long time before 1864, man. So you find categories of black people who could do any kind of thing they want to do. They were masons, they were carpenters, they were not carpenters. They were masons and bricklayers and all types of skills where they were either be employed and make money. So I mean, it's an amazing thing just to go through history and study it all. But stay black in America. Subscribe to my channel.